Tip controlled by the Lions, as their starting five includes Jamari Blackman at 17 a game, and Kendarius Smith, who will do a little bit of everything for their team, their point guard.
You think it's a bit intimidating coming in on the road to Pittsburgh for one of your first Division I games?
Probably helps that they just played at St. Louis, but still, I get you.
Still early in the season. I don't know if you can get used to it.
One on the shot clock. The shot is short and out of bounds. Their same starting five that they've had for the last 3 games, which includes those 3 freshmen. Also in there, Kenneth Chukwuka could be an energy guy.
Nice back cut right away.
And the dunk for Malik Ellison, another non-freshman, but still only 4 games of experience with the Panthers, gets the first 2.
That boy loves to attack the rim. Stays aggressive all game.
And I think we're going to see 2 teams as well that like to play a lot of man. Creating a little opportunity for himself was Blackman, but unable to get it to fall. Tony, the ball is tipped and controlled by McGowens. The defense by Blackman. Blackman's a freshman as well, averaging 17 a game. Ellison's going to drive and kick. Chukwuka baseline jump shot doesn't fall, and here come the Lions.
On that last possession, I really like what McGowens did, playing defense, cutting his man off and not letting him get into the paint.
Three.
So to see him start, Coach Capel must have emphasized that in practice, the last practice that they had.
Alexa Matic comes in for North Alabama. Xavier Johnson to Tony. Tony surveying. 2-0 Pittsburgh here early on at Peterson Event Center. Tony's going to try a 3. No good. Rebound fought for by Ellison. Saved by the Lions. Here comes Smith.
I'm hoping that after a basket, Pitt turns it up and bring that press out, play a little up-tempo. Just waiting to see.
Long 3 and a first lead of the game. Blackman hits the 3. And North Alabama up 3-2.
Blackman is another freshman, averaging 17 a game, so he's getting it done this year. There's a lot of young guys on the floor today.
Young guys and transfers for this North Alabama team. Good drive to the hole by McGowens. And when he hit Trey McGowens. Free throws. So no poster opportunity for McGowens. He misses the shot, but goes to the line and makes 2.
No pressure yet by the Panthers. Just waiting on it.
Daniel Littles way up top for the big man. Drive and kick. Good tip by Tony.
The score tables with the managers. It's just like getting a turnover.
Jared Wilson frame. Panthers leading scorer entering the game. Blackman, shot clock winding, and he's stuck. Just before the shot clock, a three-pointer, no good. Jared Wilson framed the rebound. And down low to Ellison. Ellison uses body, and
He's a slasher. He's going to keep going. He's going to attack. That's his game.
Ellison made it 7-3. Ellison has 5 of those points. Saw the Panthers 2 games ago get out to a 25-5 lead and rolling. A little bit tougher with the Troy game for sure. And then last game with North Alabama, they really got it going in the second half. Good drive by Smith. Wide open is Ellison. Head fake, drive, and block.
I mean, that's his game. He shouldn't fear anybody down. Where his athletic ability, I'm driving to the basket every single. Keep backing.
Malik Ellison. There's been a place he's struggled. It's been at the foul line, although 3 of 4 comes in just 9 of 17. There's another guy who stepped up his game in the last 2, Terrell Brown.
He's playing very well. Rebounding the basketball, getting some finish around the rim. That's what the coach wants to see from him.
Had 12 points in 13 minutes 2 games ago, and 8 and 8.
He's looking really talkative too. I think that's what Coach Cable has been talking about, is his energy, being the last guy back there protecting the paint. He's talkative, he's moving, he got some pep in his step.
Drive baseline, kick, and
at the next level.
Tavio Dutrell in and out with was the head coach of VCU. So he says they go back a long way. And he was grateful for the opportunity to be able to play up here.
Basketball world is very small, very small.
8-6 Panthers, and now a little zone.
And I was going to say, with the size Brown has down low, why not just force feed him?
And why not do that?
But with the shooting of this guy, Wilson Frame, he might shoot you right out of that zone. Pick your poison. What do? Be undersized, going man-to-man, or play zone and let Wilson Frame go crazy?
Every game this year has had at least 4 made threes. And good look back door. Good passing there by the Lions. Good better block, though, from Brown.
Like we used to say in practice back in the day, no soup for you.
The Panthers slowing down and setting up. And we're seeing some switching. And drive by Johnson and scores.
I like this guy. The poise that Xavier played with for a freshman is just outstanding.
Kick out, and Blackman, leading scorers, got Brown kicking out on him. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound to McGowan's.
They're going to have a problem when you have to pick your poison. They're choosing to go back
and
to the man.
Travel by.
Hey, no soup, like I said. If you watch Seinfeld, that's where that's from. Do you know about that, Jeff?
I've heard of that show,
okay.
Yes. Terrell Brown with the block. Jared Wilson Frame on the defensive end. And all.
Film. That's not. You can't see that, but you know, watching him chase that play down, that he knew that's exactly what was going to happen.
So you're saying that's good prep by the coach?
For sure.
Long three, in and out, an offensive rebound for the Lions. Good rebound there by Littles. Head fake, drive, and blocked by Ellison.
If I'm a guard for Pitt right now, I'm getting all the way into my guy. Knowing that my guys behind me are blocking shots and contesting shots like this, I'm going to get even more aggressive on him.
3 blocks for the Panthers and another deep 3 and another offensive rebound by Littles. Littles, good head fake and able to
go and contest. It allows you to be aggressive.
Give North Alabama some credit. You know, they kept at it, kept hustling, and good head fake there by Littles to score. Chukwuka back in the game. City Endeers in for the Panthers, and he's got it right there. Tries to go up and under, and is fouled to get a hold of Ontario. He could show up behind you at any moment.
Hey, it's okay. That's my guy. That's what we do. We talk. We know what we do. We talk. We know we get on each other a little bit.
His team is that they're going to come and fight. He loves the determination. He said his energy and determination haven't met with execution yet.
Well, that's what happens when you have a young team. the pace of the game is a little faster, especially when you coming from high school. So you want them to play with intensity, and it's hard to really play that fast and that hard and think the game at the same time. So once they get enough reps, they'll figure it out.
Windler, and ball tipped. Again, they're running a lot of shot clock in their possessions. As 1 second is left, and the shot just off, and rebound grab by Chuk out to the corner and a turn Dear Tony, Wilson Frame, and you see Chukwuka, King, Agnew, Windler, Littles, and Stafford for the Lions. Wilson Frame, Chukwuka. Panthers will get it back to Wilson Frame. Being guarded by Littles. He'll stop, pop, and miss, and rebound to the Lions.
That's been rare these days.
King. It seems like North Alabama might be settling in a little bit after some early nerves.
They're being patient. I think it's smart of them to take their time to find the best shot instead of trying to get into a track meet with these Panthers.
Windler on the wide open 3 miss. Endear is going to drive lane and kick and a foul.
The chemistry, with these combinations together. So it's one way of going about doing it.
Yep. Keeping guys fresh, working different guys in. He said competition and practice remains fierce as different guys have stepped up in different games.
Has to be, Jeff. The games are fun, but the practices, coaches love them.
And offensive foul on the
Got to force your way through it. He got lucky right there, I think. It's a tough play to guard.
North Alabama just 3 of 15 from the floor. And a backdoor cut. McGowan's misses. Tony crashes the boards, but it's controlled by Agnew. Quickly comes the other way. Agnew stops just inside the 3-point line. No good. Ball tipped out, and here come the Panthers the other way quickly. Tony's going to drive and I
can't recall. Can you? I mean, Tony can get there. I mean, I think Coach Capel understands that with a transition to the ace, I have to play a little faster. So, I think he's getting guys that can play that kind of basketball.
Had the VMI coach tell us a couple games ago that Pitt looks like Duke. And when he was scouting Pitt, he said they look like Duke because they don't have the athletes that Duke has yet. But he says they reminded him of playing Duke, and they had played Duke in the NCAAs. Excuse me, as a coach from Troy. 3-pointer no good, and good rebound control there by McGowans. He runs. Johnson's going to drive lane, get it to Ellison. Ellison misses, and a rebound again to Littles. Come the Lions.
Ellison, no need to adjust your shot there. You can just go up strong and finish. Gonna finish. I mean, he's getting trained by Gary Christopher. And we was looking at him before the game. He looks like a football player, so I'm sure he's hitting the weights.
He's a big dude. Good. Quick move and the 3 from Blackman.
Blackman, half of his shots are 3, so if you let him set his feet and get an open look, he's going to take it.
No lack of confidence for a true freshman. And offensive foul.
Hey.
And he's hiding under that jacket.
Yeah, yes,
there's a lot going on under that jacket.
Yes, sir. I need to see him a couple mornings a week. He needs to whip me back into shape.
Gary Christopher. Big man. 3-pointer, and we're tied. And Smith hits the 3. And quietly, North Alabama is, and I'm watching down low, and I just saw Littles give a forearm shiver to Chukwuka and start talking a little bit. So North Alabama might be feeling it right now. Offensive rebound goes out to Tony. Tony misses. Chukwuka there for the putback.
You know, it's tricky when these smaller teams come in, you know, they have a lot of energy. And if you let them get some buckets, they start getting confidence. To get it going. I think it starts with him in regards to shooting the three.
From three in and out. He's 1 of 3 so far for Wilson Frame, which is still a good percentage for most people, but the way he started the season. Drive, kick, tipped out, and an open 3, no good, and good hustle on the rebound by the Lions, but it's controlled by Xavier Johnson. Johnson working against Blackman, and getting it under control is Wilson Frame. Wilson Frame's going to use the body and go in and little too strong as North Alabama comes the other way. Still just down a bucket.
Well, right now the Panthers are playing really fast. I don't know why, because they have the size, so all they have to do is just calm down and execute.
Stafford goes all the way across, gets it down low, and a foul. I don't think he's been so stoic he hasn't moved.
I know what he's thinking.
What's worse, for a coach to yell at you or not to say a word?
Not say a word.
Blackman hits the 3, and North Alabama leads.
I mean, this is a tough game. You know, the longer you let this team stay around, the more confidence they get and the more pressure is on you to win this game.
Wilson Frame kicks it over. Tony is going to drive, stop, and fouled.
Doesn't say anything to you, Jeff. I think he's giving up on you in a way. But as long as he's in your ear,
Tony makes the free throw. He spent a lot of time at the line. 6 of 7 in the game on and has made a couple here tonight. Now 3 of 4.
I mean, why not? You have the guys that can protect the basket.
It's kind of an inbounds press and then falling back into man-to-man. And good anticipation by Tony. He's unable to grab a ball bouncing, and finally controlled by Xavier Johnson. And Johnson is fouled by Black.
Body fumbling. The last thing you want is a guy to dive for the loose ball and cut your knees. So just go on the floor, grab it, secure it, call a timeout even if you have to.
Johnson a second free throw. Panthers 8 of 12 early on from the line. North Alabama just 1 of 2, and it's the other thing the Panthers have done. They've gotten to the line a bunch.
Attack mode. I mean, the 3 isn't falling, so as of right now, you live by, you die by. So it's time to keep attacking.
We've seen North Alabama will take its time in its offense. Blackman crossover, drives lane, kicks. Nice play by Blackman in the finish. There by Diggs.
You know, Brown has to pick his poison there. He can jab at the guy and give up a layup. And if he helped like he did, he gives up a layup with his guy. So I mean, it's not really his fault. I think he has his fault.
Panthers led at one point by 7. Lead down to 1. Darius Smith. And a ball out of bounds. Bad pass, bad decision there. Drive, crossover, Johnson, no good. Shot may have been blocked by Diggs. Quickly, Smith comes the other way. There's Diggs. to Blackman. Blackman, no good, no good. Rebound to Terrell Brown. Jared Wilson Frame, good crossover. He drives, and a blocking foul.
Telling the charge. No.
Like,
charge. No.
Like a little yell, a little.
Oh, yeah, taking the charge. When you take the charge, for sure, yes. You know, in practice, when you miss, you have the opportunity in practice. Take the charge, or everybody's going to have to pay.
Real confident Jared Wilson Frame right now. I'm telling you, you can just see it in everything that he does. You like those guys with swagger, don't you?
For sure. He's the elder out there.
Blackman, he's got a little of that in his game too. Blackman working on Ellison. He's going to drive, and another kick. Same play that we saw last time.
Well, Blackman got it going, shooting the ball. The last thing they want to do is give up the shot. So now that he knows that they're playing on him, he's starting to get to the basket.
Tell you what, he might be a player that this North Alabama team can build around. Again, their first year in Division I. They had great success in D2. Drive by Tony, and that shot. Good. Tony gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. Over Diggs. Tony finishes. It's 24-21.
To your last point, but they were a team that were winning at the other level, at the D2 level. So it's not like they're not used to winning. Yes, it's Division I now, but these kids are going to play with pride.
Three from the corner from Matic, ties it up. Quickly the other way. Ellison, spin move, misses the left.
You know, ended up at North Alabama. Not saying that he wasn't recruited by any big schools, but anytime you playing against me, I'm gonna come out here and show them a little different.
12th made free throw for the Panthers. As now the lead is 2. It has been a battle here at the Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh. Jeff Hathorn and Julius Page. Panthers in their home white, trimmed with blue. And the purple of the Lions with white as the corner three goes down. Kendall Stafford hits the three, and the Lions back in the lead.
Wilson Frame got stuck on the screen. He got to shut that screen a little better than that.
Gowans to Ellison. Throw Brown. Opportunity to work down low, and muscles it up and misses. And a rebound to Stafford. North Alabama can build on that lead. Another three. This one short. Jared Wilson Frame the other way. Drive and a steal. Good anticipation by Blackman. And trapped by the Panthers, and a blocking foul. A 1-point lead, Blackman with the basketball. Crossover to King. Drive by Blackman again, looking for Diggs.
But you have to be consistent. I'd rather hedge, stay aggressive, especially with Blackman.
Another good look down low, and Diggs is just a. You see lack of energy from this Pitt team?
I don't. I just think that these guys, they started out a little nervous, and now they're starting to settle in. They're not afraid anymore. I feel what the Panthers can do is just take their time to execute their offense, because I think they can get any shot they want, as they have been.
And Endear, good look there, and rolls out. 3-point lead for North Alabama. Blackman looking to build on that. And baseline Matic, ball kicked and knocked. Blackman's open from three, no good. Rebound tipped by Wilson Frame, and controlled by McGowens. And McGowens.
One thing the Panthers are going to have to do is just prevent the guy from getting to the lane. That's how they're getting a lot of the layups. And I know it sounds forcing him to do what you want him to do.
McGowens misses the second free throw. So it's a 2-point lead still for the Lions.
He's too relaxed right now. So even right now, I want to just be in his grill. We forcing you here. We forcing you this way. That's better.
Hand off to Blackman. Blackman takes Ellison to the hole and misses. Rebound, Endear. And good bounce pass to Wilson Frame. Wilson Frame.
Solid defense on one side. Ends up with a layup on the other side.
Free throw good and second free throw also good.
That's where it's going to start, putting pressure on the ball.
And we are underway here in the second half. 4-point lead for the Lions.
That's the kind of hedge you want to see.
Good look down low to Chukwu.
Temporarily, and the Panthers execute.
And again, back to the line. The 20th attempt at the line. And Chukwuka gets the roll.
For those, they would be losing by double digits easily.
I'm glad you said that.
You didn't want the guy to say it, so I said it for you.
I once had one of your coaches tell me, off the record, that I know a lot of bad basketball teams that shoot at 80% from the line. He said, give me an athlete and I'll teach him how to shoot a free throw. That was after some criticism of you guys at the line.
We used to get a lot of it, but it was deserving. I like to see McGowens on Blackman. His defensive intensity has been very good for the Panthers.
I think Stafford's feeling it from three, way deep, and misses. He's now 1 for 5. Now down 2. Johnson thought it. Drives. Shot no good, but a third foul. Trouble here as Diggs is going to check in.
It's a thin line, though, with playing safe, Jeff, especially when you're undersized. Is not be physical with a team that has the size advantage.
And free throws good with North Alabama. Smith, good look, good ball movement, and the three doesn't fall. Offensive rebound opportunity, but controlled by the Panthers. Chukwuka is going to look to set a screen. Good nice roll slip, to the basket. Kicks it out, and Tony slams it home.
Nice slip and a way to be unselfish. Extra pass.
And a 6-0 run for the Panthers to start the second half. And a timeout early game. And the Pitt basketball team with 6 of their own to start the second half, and an over and back violation on North.
You can't be satisfied going into the locker room with the lead. I mean, as a coach, you got to be afraid that your players are just satisfied doing it.
And a foul on McGowens as his back. That's the first on McGowens. First on the Panthers here in the second half. Smith. We know Stafford will shoot it from deep. He also is driving, trying to get it to Diggs. They ran that play a lot in the first half. Panthers closed down. Here comes McGowens!
Again and again. Big fellow on the other end can't bring the ball down. Those midgets will take it every single time. Keep it above your head.
There's at least one a game. He is a highlight machine. Blackman drives against McGowens and
That's fine. That's fine because I appreciate it when you in the top 10 play with me. Because if you don't jump, then I don't get the top 10 play. When you jump, you help me get there.
Blackman. Stafford rather misses on the drive. Ellison drives himself and blocked by Diggs. 8-0 run for the Panthers here to start the second half. Smith, three-pointer, ends that.
You just have to do a better job with the screen. I don't know the screen. I don't know why it's wide open right there. But you just can't. That's just way too easy.
Ellison open and decides to drive and misses the shot. Rather see Ellison just take that jumper there.
I mean, if he's more comfortable, you know, going to the basket, whatever makes him feel comfortable, I want him to play his game. I mean, he should if he's open. I'd rather take the open shot than a contested shot, even if it's closer.
Panthers get it back off the miss. There's Ellison. And a three-pointer by Johnson. And he's been hesitant to pull the trigger on three. Johnson now 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Drive by Smith. Smith cut off by Ellison. Open jump shot buried by Stafford.
I like the poise. I mean, he's comfortable. Freshman point guard running the point, doing what he wants. Trying to get to the action that he can exploit.
Johnson against the big man.
Football real fast, though. We got to win this game. Because Miami actually owes us one from last year.
Frame, number 4 in for the Panthers. Logan Weidler in number 4 for the Lions. He's going to set that screen. 3-point lead for Pitt. And Blackman, good pass, for a scorer, man. He really has his head up. A good job by Johnson. He gets in the lane, and Tony gets in the lane. Here comes McGowens the other way. He lays it, misses. Wilson frame.
Kansas up on a map. I thought you was about to go like re-register and live your college days again.
I'm scanning all through there, looking for where the Lions were.
I was like, uh-oh, what you got going on, Jeff?
I think we start raising money for the Panthers on Pitt campus.
That'd be sweet.
They wouldn't like the winter much, but neither do we. Those are the best Lions I've ever seen play in this building. And it's like better than a statue of a lion. Like these are like real lions.
McGowens is starting to give Blackman fits right now.
I'm going to start to keep talking about those Lions.
I'm not going to let you.
Good look down low. And now 3 on McGowens, and he checks out. Good defensive pressure. Panthers led by 7.
I wouldn't switch that screen. If I'm the Panthers, I am not switching the screen between McGowens and Blackman.
And good defense by Chukwuka. Ellison gets it to Wilson Frame, who hangs in the air and scores. And that's a guy who could create offense and step up and build this lead for the Panthers. 3 from the corner, long, rebound to Johnson. You sense this is an opportunity for Pitt, and a pass too strong.
He's just been so hot that he's just been looking forward to 3. Knowing that it's not falling, you have to drive.
7th turnover on the Panthers. Panthers stay in that man to man.
There's that America's play again.
Oh, crossover. Pretty move by Kendarius Smith. Here comes Tony quickly the other way, and a foul,
I met him. He came over to me and asked if he can wear my jersey for the dunk contest, and I absolutely. Asked him, but you could kind of tell with his swagger that it was like, okay, we could see that. You could tell by looking at a guy if he got the goods, and he has the goods.
And a missed free throw, and I guess if you were bold enough to come up and ask for it,
for sure.
And that shows a little swag right there.
Oh, yeah. He knows his history.
45-40 Panthers.
I'm an old guy now. I'm in the history books now.
Man, Littles loves contact, doesn't he?
He does.
Johnson. Hesitation dribble, and he misses the bunny. And Tony tried to.
I mean, if you're blowing every team out or it's not close, you don't really get the feelings and emotions that come with being in a tight game. So that's the only way you learn. Is by actually being in those games and getting that experience.
And I love there how Wilson Frame went up to Johnson and just talked to him a little bit. Say settle down or whatever it is he said. That's what a senior can do. Driving the lane. Blackman blocked by Chukwuka, but controlled by the Lions. 6 on the shot clock. Blackman working off the screen. Deep three. No good. Rebound. Bodies everywhere and controlled by Stafford, who lays it up and in.
Got to live with that play as a coach. Guys is hustling, just happen to get poked out. Nothing to get too upset about. I love Chukwuka energy though. I love the way he plays basketball.
He can also hit a three, but he doesn't there, and a rebound for the Lions. Crossover, nice move by Smith. See some quicks out of these guards for North Alabama. Deep three, that would have tied it. Johnson grabs it. Johnson behind the back, lays it up and in.
Getting a little creative. Creativity.
Drive in the lane, shot no good. Deep shot falls in a
A lot of promise. I keep saying I'm supposed to be objective, but I'm a homer, so bear with me here.
And ball still just a 3-point game. King, Blackman, Weidler, Littles, and Stafford. Johnson, Ellison, Wilson, Frame, Tony, and Brown.
Mouse in the house.
Three-pointer for Tony, no good. Rebound, good. Rebound by the Lions, 21. Lions, 21. Drive, good assist, good rebound. And we used to say?
Yeah, you would have to shoot for that. If this was a pickup game, you got to shoot for that one.
Long and rebound off.
Brown into the game. We got to get him going. He has a size advantage. He's athletic.
Crossover by Johnson, layup, no good, and out of bounds.
But this half we have done. Pitt has done a much better job on Blackman.
And there is Blackman. You see the attention paid to him down low. Weidler.
Basketball 101. You got a height advantage, go ahead and throw it into the guy.
And drive quickly back the other way. Malik Ellison.
So they're going right back to it. Pick and roll. You got to switch. Xavier Johnson down low, trying to play some defense. If it worked last time, just try it again. If I'm a Lion.
And ball knocked away off of Brown and out of bounds. 8 on the out of bounds. 8 on the.
After a made basket also.
So Brown is out, and it's pretty with Chukwuka in. It's not a big lineup. The shot clock at 1, and unable to get the shot off. Are the.
So he might have thought he had more time than he actually had.
Panthers 38%. Free throw attempt number 30. Just 7 for the Lions, who get that rebound off the miss. Oh, a drive by Blackman, cut off and he kicks out. Smith with Wilson Frame on him is going to take it to the hole. A wild shot knocked around and saved by Pitt. Here comes Wilson Frame. He's going to settle it down. Jeff Capel.
Smart move by him.
Calling out a play.
You got the lead right now. No need to rush anything. Get a good shot. Wilson Frame did a good job slowing it down instead of trying to be a hero.
Ellison with a dozen. The Panthers lead now half a dozen. King. Littles is going to drive, and an offensive foul. Jared Wilson Frame. Ellison with Chukwuka, Tony, and Johnson. Ellison's going to drive. No good. Rebound by the Lions and Stafford. Lead is 6. Good screen by Chukwuka. Back to Wilson Frame. Tony. Wilson Frame. 3. Miss, and he hasn't found it from 3 like he had in the first couple of games. Look down low to Diggs and just too far.
It'll fall.
The 13th turnover for the Lions. Only 7 on the Panthers. Johnson drives, avoids, but misses the shot. And another turnover for.
He'll get there.
So Chukwuka in the middle. This Panther lineup right now. And basically Wilson Frame for McGowan's is a difference from the starting lineup. Hesitation blocked and a foul. All of a sudden, after playing Thursday, you drop a noon game in on a Saturday.
I wasn't a big fan of the noon game. That nap before the game, and when you have a noon game, it's no naps.
Johnson makes the free throw.
But he was more of a scorer. I was more of a guy that had to guard the scores, so I could see him wanting to just get it done, and me having to worry about guarding a guy like him.
Lions working their offense down by 6, and fake, and ball knock. Shirt. His arms are so big it just rides it all the way up to his bicep.
I'm serious, Gary. If you're watching the playback, let's get in the gym a couple times. I need to get there. Johnson
crossover, drives to the lane. No foul call, but he finishes. And an 8-point lead for the Panthers.
And that's probably where you're getting this aggression from. These guys are in the weight room hitting the weights. I would have a lot of confidence getting there too if I'm hitting the weights and I know I'm strong enough to take any contact.
Now maybe he just took it off for effect. Like, all right, guys, you're not going to play. I'm going to take the jacket off and show you what's happening post game. 3-pointer, right on from Smith. They won't go away. Kendarius D.D. Smith. Ellison drives. He's going to go lefty and fouled by.
I said it before, Jeff. You know where I'm going with this. The Levance Fields, Kyle Kraut.
So a couple of big men with 4 fouls for the Lions.
Here. He got some hops.
Ellison makes that free throw. 16 minutes in this game for McGowan's. He's dealt with some foul trouble. Smith the crossover. Littles is back in with 4. Littles rolls to the hoop. Good deflection. He grabs against Chukwuka. Littles gathers, loses. Ball knocked. Smith likes that move to the left. Blackman is going to drive and kick back. 3 from the corner.
Shot.
North Alabama will not go away.
One guy get cold, somebody finds a way to get it done.
Gowans. Good ball movement by the Panthers as Tony lays it up and short. And a rebound by North Alabama. Agnew was running free deep. Chukwuka spotted him. Blackman. Wide open. Miss. And Wilson Frame gets up high for the rebound. Wilson Frame. You know he's going to attack, and he has it blocked by Blackman. And Agnew has it, and does he call timeout?
There's been more D.D. Smith in the second half of the Lions.
The freshman from Detroit misses Chukwuka. There's still
most of them.
Still haven't
but as a player, no player feels like he does anything wrong.
That's for sure.
It's not a foul
that
they call
is a true statement.
Unless it's just blatant. So
Chukwuka makes a couple. It's a 5-point game. 5-point game. Now, you don't see a lot of hands raised in the air when there's a foul, unless you're trying to protect somebody else. Drive baseline and ball thrown out, and good save by Blackman. Smith misses, but offensive rebound.
Hustling the Panthers, but that's what it's going to take to come in here and get a W. They have to be more scrappy. Loose balls. Who's getting the 50-50 balls?
Down to Diggs. Turnaround hook shot. One possession game again. Well, Jeff Capel said he wanted a little practice for the noon start coming up against St. Louis on Wednesday. Well, he's also getting a tight game on top of it. Ellison.
Took his time.
15 for Ellison. Agnew. And baseline again. Blackman's able to get. We've seen a lot of that baseline.
They're giving it up. Penetration.
That's an early rule. Cut off that baseline. Ellison
is getting to the basket. A few times he went to finish with his left and didn't convert. He just has to keep playing. It's the right play every time.
I love that matchup. I'm giving it to Ellison every time and telling him, you're our guy right now.
Exactly.
And Wilson Frame isn't in here. He's got 4. And a foul on McGowan's. They've got this tussle. Something to learn from here.
For sure. A lot of.
Emma's at a pretty decent percentage. The Panthers, as you see, struggling just 2 of 11.
And again, with Wilson Frame shooting lights out, in the last few games. Not having that tonight. Pitt is very lucky to be aggressive and get to the basket. He has the experience. You need him out there.
Rims out. 2-point lead for the Panthers. Smith with 16, Blackman 13, Diggs with 10. All on the court right now.
This is where you grow up a little bit.
Blackman working on Tony, drives the lane, and a wild shot. Doesn't fall, and Blackman looks like he was hurt a bit as he's slow to get back. So a 5-on-4. Johnson ducks under and moves around Diggs. Diggs had 4 fouls. He couldn't do anything about it.
But the poise and awareness of the young fella to get there, jump stop, keep his composure, and not force something and still make a basket.
Satisfied, up 4 at half, and they're not. They've got an opportunity here for a big upset. 3-pointer down by Smith.
In the second half, it was Blackman in the first half. It's been Smith in the second half.
19, 5 of 9 from 3. And there's Ellison again. Tony drives, fouled.
He's only a freshman. That's something he's going to have to work on. I'm sure that's going to be some film material.
Tony makes the first free throw. Block. You should be able to back this guy down and score.
You got to go right at him. But all the pressure is on the Panthers right now. You know, this game wasn't supposed to be close. So they're the ones with all the pressure on it.
67, 64. We're at the 2-minute mark. And turnover. Good defense by on Pitt.
I thought it was a great no call.
Johnson using the screen. Drives, goes right at Diggs. Johnson with 21. Smith, Diggs, right back comes North Alabama.
I mean, it's amazing. You know, he's coming off, he's using his body to shield the defender off. You would think that Johnson was a senior.
And Johnson drives again, and you see it. They're a touch for the Panthers, and they get that paint scoring mostly from their guards. Wilson Frame guarded closely. .20 on the shot clock. Now 1 minute in the half and a off look.
Oh, wow.
That means you didn't like it. Oh, Smith stopped. One more dribble, he probably sets up for the 3 and a chance to tie this game. Diggs, that's not his shot. Smith, plenty of time on the shot clock. Crossover, he's going to drive. Lays it up, misses. Rebound by Smith and taken away as it was on the ground by Malik Ellison.
Still enough time, they don't have to foul yet. Still waiting to get a stop.
Blackman going for looking at a steal. You don't have the close guarded anymore. As Johnson, good defense by Blackman. He really bodied up that whole possession. Wilson Frame, an off-balance 3, no good. Rebound to North Alabama, a chance to tie it. Agnew, high archer, partially blocked by the Panthers. No foul yet, and Diggs fouls. Free throw, that should seal it right.
11 from the line. That's who you want at the line, closing it out. The point guard. Smith walked in the doors or something like that.
We're going to finish this game first. Agnew shot off and no good. And the Panthers